Joy, unceasing and forever.
Nilah is a champion with great snowball potential and good scaling. She's great at taking objectives, which includes towers because of her Q interaction, and she has a lot of built-in AoE. Despite these strengths, she does have a pretty weak lane phase, and she's very reliant on her support champion. This is mainly due to the fact that she has very low ranges, and she's pretty weak in those early trades. For your runes, you want to make sure you pick up Conqueror as your keystone, and then go for Domination secondary. Remember that Nilah is considered a melee champion, so she will get 2 stacks on every attack, and she can stack that Conqueror to 12 really quickly because her Q does have a short cooldown, and E has 2 charges. Your summoner spells are pretty simple. As a default, make sure you take Flash and Barrier, but if you are against a lot of crowd controls or an Ashe 80 carry, take Flash and Cleanse. This is a great way to take debuffs off yourself like crowd controls, ignites, or exhaust. Nilah's passive is Joy Unending, which gives her and her nearest allied champion additional experience whenever she kills a minion. This will give you and your support champion just a little bit of extra XP in the lane phase. For the second part of the passive, whenever herself or a nearby allied champion receive a heal or a shield, they will receive a bonus. This just means that she's going to be a little bit stronger with enchanters when you compare her to most other AD carries. Nilah's Q ability is Formless Blade, which does have a passive that gives her armor penetration and extra healing, which scales with her critical strike chance. Any overhealing from this will give her a shield like a Bloodthirster. When activated, she will crack her whip and deal damage to enemies hit, also scaling with her critical strike chance, which can also hit structures. If this ability hits an enemy, she will be buffed for 4 seconds. She gains bonus range and bonus attack speed while also making her attacks hit in a cone. The cooldown of the ability is only 4 seconds, so try to keep it up as much as you can. Nilah's W ability is Jubilant Veil. When activated, she'll be enveloped in mist for 2.25 seconds, where she will become ghosted, gain bonus movement speed, reduce magic damage taken by 25%, and dodge all non-turret basic attacks. Any allied champion she touches while she has the effect will also be enveloped for 1.5 seconds and gain the same effects. Nilah's E ability is Slipstream, while she will dash to the target and deal physical damage to enemies that she does pass through. This has a stock system and can have up to 2 charges. Also, keep in mind that this does reset your basic attack timer, and you can also use your Q and ultimate while you are going for the dash, so you can combo really quickly. Nilah's ultimate is Apotheosis, where she will whirl her whip over 1 second. This deals damage every 0.25 seconds, and at the end she will pull targets towards her. Nilah will heal herself as well as nearby allied champions based on her critical strike chance for the damage dealt to champions. Just like her Q, any extra overhealing will become a shield. She can't basic attack or use other abilities during this, but she can move. For your skill order, you want to put a point into your ultimate at 6, 11, and 16, and then focus on maxing your Q, followed by your E, and then W. For your quick trading combo, you want to jump onto the enemy with your E ability and during the animation Q and auto attack after. After this, you can just keep auto attacking, use your W as a defensive, or jump away with your E. For your all-in with ultimate, you want to start the same in EQ, follow it up with your R, and then after it ends, auto attack, E, and auto attack. Afterwards, you can Q again to keep up your 4-second buff, or use your W as a defensive. For matchups, Nilah's pretty effective when she's picked against AD carries that also aren't too strong in the early game. She's a lot weaker against a lot of mages in the bottom lane because they can poke her over and over again and abuse their ranges. Her W is still a pretty good ability because it does reduce magic damage taken, but it's not as good as if you use it against an AD carry where it can block autos. Begin your item build with a Doran's Blade and a health potion, and then work towards your core of a Collector, Immortal Shield Bow, and Infinity Edge. During the acquisition of these core items, you want to pick up your boots and get either Merc Treads or Plated Steel Caps. For your second last item, pick up either a Lord Dominic's Regards or a Mortal Reminder. You can then round out your build by getting either a lifesteal item or a defensive. I just want to mention that Death's Dance usually isn't a strong item on an AD carry, but it works pretty well on Nilah. You're going to be fairly weak early in the lane phase, so play carefully. Get as much farm as you can and use your passive to get an experience advantage over your opponent. Keep up the buff from your Q in trades and use your W as a defensive for both you and your partner. When you approach the mid and late game, you can be a lot more active in fights. You'll become a lot stronger at this point in time, especially when you have the Collector and Immortal Shield Bow. Use your strong AoE damage and ultimate to team fight or to force objectives. If team fights aren't happening or if your team is behind, you do always have the option of side laning as well and taking towers. And that is everything I've got for Nilah. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also consider joining the Discord, link is down below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.